All right. Alright, so all I have to do. Alright, alright, so I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. Let's see how this goes. We're going to make this flashcard app generator in Godot, and I don't know, it should be pretty cool. So the first thing I intend to do, I have some notes here on a little notepad. We're going to be we're going to make some user profiles. These are basically going to be like game saves in old games. We're going to create some we got to create one page which will take us to all three of these pages, and then these pages are going to have these inputs in them. It'll probably make more sense once I start doing it. So let's just start with the user interface, and we'll probably put a panel. I'll probably just make the thing full rect. I'm going to do this as like fast as possible, I guess. And then let's put some buttons, and then we'll control, I think it's D, to make a few buttons. And let's call this create user. We're going to call this one choose user. And I'm just getting these from here. We're going to call the next one delete user. So it's basically the functionality that we need to have. And then the fourth one, I guess we'll just say exit game. And yeah, I thought that was spelled wrong. There we go. Oh, I should probably get rid of that. There we go. So let me move these out. I'm gonna start writing words in them so we can actually see them. Create user. Getting a call from a spam number, awesome. Choose user. Yeah, we probably should space them correctly. Looks pretty retarded. All right. Delete user. There we go. And exit game. Exit game. And we'll move that one out. We'll do that. And let's go ahead and make a script. Then we'll call this start screen. And I guess what I'm going to do is just go ahead and say on pressed will connect. And we're going to do that for all of these. And I don't think I need anything in the process. We'll just get rid of that. And then here, we're basically going to switch to another scene, but we have to make those scenes first. So I'm just going to leave a comment saying with that functionality, however the hell you spell that, functionality. Yeah, that'll do it. So I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do things now with no planning. Let's rename this start screen, and we'll just call this start panel. All right, and then we need to save the scene. So I'm going to go in here and just say, I guess we'll call this scenes. We might as well. I'll call it levels. That makes more sense to me in my head. So yeah, that sounds good. Then we'll make a new scene, a user interface, and we'll call this create user. And of course, we're going to need a, what is it called? A line edit. So we'll have that. We're actually going to make a panel. The panel will be the full width. Oh, I'm trying to skip this ad on my fucking low stream, lo-fi shit, but it's not letting me. That's fine. The Elder Scrolls ad, great. But yeah, we're going to make the panel. We have the line edit. Let's add a little label. And that label is going to say, enter your name. And then of course we're going to need a back button. So we'll just add a button and then we'll duplicate it. We'll have a go back and then we'll have an accept. So that looks pretty good. Let's just arrange things a little better. Sorry, I had to get some coffee. Yeah, so what am I fucking doing? Oh yeah, let's say go back and then go to accept and say accept. And we'll move that over here. We'll go back and move that there. We'll go to the label, put that somewhere in here. And the line edit we need to make bigger, probably about there. So then we'll go to the accept and we'll say on press connect. We got to make a script. Yeah, that'll work. We can probably get rid of the process. I'll get rid of that because it annoys me. I'll get rid of that. And now we can add the accept, pressed, connect. We'll do the same thing for connect there. And how do I switch scenes? I think I can just do, I think it's get tree. Damn, how do I, let me ask Google. I always forget this. Yeah, I normally use the, change scene to packed. And then I just have to load in the scene here. So we could say on ready var. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to add the at on ready var, and then we'll say just start screen equals preload and isn't it get tree. Alright, I might actually have to read the fucking docs. You know what? Let's ask ChatGPT. That sounds like a better solution. All right, let's take a look. Get tree.change scene 2. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, the indentation's all fucked up. New scene, obviously not there. Oh yeah, I need to save that. So, we need to put this down here actually. And then we'll pass up here. And let's run it and see if that actually works. Non-existent function, change scene 2. I know there's like a fucking, there's definitely one for it. Yeah, right there. Change scene to packed. Let's try change scene to file. There we go. And then, yeah, then I can just add the start screen. There we go. So let me copy this. Then we'll go to the start screen and we're just going to throw that in there. Of course, I messed up the indentation. And then we'll go here and say, what is it, create user? Create user. All right, let's try that. There we go. So, I guess the next thing that we can do, go back to my 2D, create user, choose user. So let's actually put in the functionality when we create a user. So we need to save to a file, and I guess we can just write it in here for now, like the saving and loading to a file functions. And I guess I'm probably just going to save it as a CSV, and I already kind of found out the easiest way to save and load stuff by, again, asking ChatGPT. So I did that yesterday, kind of prep for this shit. Let me find it. So they changed it to file access from just file in Godot 3. They changed a lot of shit in Godot 4, and that fucking annoyed me. Alright, so I know we're definitely going to want to save in the user data file. Fuck it, we'll figure it out as we go. Func, and what are we going to call this? Create new user. So let's create a variable to get our line edit. OnReady var line edit equals, and we'll just do a quick line edit right there. And we're going to say user name var username equals line edit dot get text. Or I think we can just say dot text with no, I don't think we need anything else. So that's how we get the username. What do we need to do next? I'm trying to think. So we need to start creating a file, and we're going to name that file user data plus the name. So we'll just say there we go. Forgot I control C that. So we'll put that down there. And data file, and then we're also going to put our string right in here. So we'll say user name, and we'll just add a little thing there. So it'll be like data John file, which is fine. Yeah, that's fine. So file access dot write. So we have the file and we're allowed to write in it. So let's ask, what do we want to write? Well, I'm going to have a basically decks of cards for each player. So each player gets decks of cards. How am I going to do this? So let's take a look at how they're writing here. Should I use a dictionary? Okay, so yeah, they're using a dictionary. I think it's probably going to be the best way to do it. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and copy this. I was thinking like do it as like a JSON object or anything, but I don't think that's probably going to be the smartest idea. So it's probably just better to do it as a dictionary. And all of these lines are going to be all fucked up, so I've got to correct that. And we'll put our own information in here. And then we'll read it back to ourselves and we'll tell ourselves we're really smart from copying and pasting. It's the way of the world. All right, so found indent. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no reason for that to be like that. Did I get rid of the curly bracket? I believe I did. There we go. So we'll just say name, and then we'll say username. The items we're going to change to decks. And for now, we're just going to leave this as a blank array. These will probably reference something in the future. We'll just say deck A, and we'll give it a little string. And I'll probably do a deck B. Get rid of that. And score, I don't think we're going to need just yet. So we'll just get rid of it. And all right, so we're going to add on accept pressed. We're going to say create new user. Create new user. And then we're going to move to the next scene where we can view their decks. So we need to make a new scene, which will be users page. And on the users page, we'll have a panel. And I'm going to make a list here inside the panel. Item list, and then we'll just populate the item list panel with all of the decks that the player has. Yeah, there we go. And then the item list. Let's just add some fake shit. Fake shit. Alright, there we go. I just want to see what it would look like. We'll probably make it smaller. There's no need for it to be all that size. There we go. And then we'll need a button here. And that will be the view. View deck. And we'll put a label at the top. And that label will say, no, click over here, and this will be deck list. So, yeah, let's actually move this over here. We'll put this label right there. And then we're also going to need a a button, and that will be create deck. So we'll move that over here. And then I'll also add, yeah, thank you, fake shit, real shit. All right, create deck. Let me rename that. So when we press that, we're going to bring in a CSV. So I think I need to put a line edit, and in there will be where you would actually does Godot have a file dialog? I've never used this. We're going to make it a little bit simpler for now. We're just going to have this line edit, and if it'll work with me, I'm trying to move it over here, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. And I guess the idea would be that they just put in the location of the CSV and then hit create deck. For right now, that's going to be what we're doing. And on the deck list here, we need to add some functionality to this. All right, sorry, I had to grab a drink, and I didn't want to like drink directly into the microphone. So, we'll get rid of that. Get rid of this. All right, so when we enter this page on the ready, we actually need to access user USSR access user data. And let me put that with some parentheses, and then we'll Control C and Control V, and we're actually going to say var use dict equals access user data, and we're going to create another dictionary here, and this will be player dict, and we'll just make that empty for now, and we're going to return the dictionary that we made earlier so we can access it, and then we can generate our item list from the dex that the user has. Okay. And then I guess the dex will be individual CSV files we're going to store like aside from the user data, but in the same folder. I think that's probably a good idea. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking. So let's go back to our good pal ChatGPT. And then to load the data back, oh, you already read my mind. So obviously we're going to need that. And we'll just grab all that. And we're going to not use the error handling because we don't make errors. So, so we don't fucking need it. Actually, you know, we can't leave that in. Shit. There we go. Okay. Yeah. This is very educational stuff. Very big brain stuff we're doing here. All right, so yeah, I guess when we we do need a way to save what user we're going to from the create user page or the start screen. So I guess I'll have to make an auto load. So I'm going to do that. Project settings. Well, I got to make a script first. So file, new script. We're going to call this, I guess, background. I'm going to call it game manager. That's kind of what I normally like to call these. So we'll just create it. It's not attached to anything. I don't think, right? Yeah, no, it's not attached to anything. And then we can go to project settings, auto load, and we'll load in the game manager. We'll add it in, and now it runs automatically, so we can store variables in here. And we'll say, I'm going to make a function, and that function is going to be update active user. And I'll say it's going to have a user as an argument, and then we'll just say user equals user. And I have to make a global user. So I'm going to say, I'm actually going to name this different. I'm going to name this current user. Current user. He's not just a user, he's a current user. And then we can, I think we just declare it. I don't think we need to set it equal to anything. So I guess we'll save that in levels as well. Okay, yeah, so that is a different file. That's our game manager. And so when we're in our start screen, we want to, on create user, or well, I guess really it would be on the create user page. So after we make our username and our file gets created, we then go to the will then be taken to that user's page, but we need to tell the game manager what user we are. So we're going to say game manager dot, and what was it called again? Update active user. And we are going to pass in the username. And then we'll grab this convention that we use down here. We'll just grab that whole line, actually. And what's the problem? Oh, we should probably... that's going to be annoying. Oh, we'll just do it down here then. There we go. Yeah, problem solved. And then we'll go back to our... shit, what are we doing again? Oh, the users page, that's right. So, we'll go back here, and the file path, we gotta add in the didgeridoo. So we then need to get a player name. Yeah, and that is going to be a var, and it'll be equal to game manager dot, we gotta make something there. So go to our game manager, and we'll say get active user, like the simplest function name you could use, and I'm stumbling all over it. All right, so yeah, we just gotta say return current user, right? Okay. So now that we have that, we're back at the users page, game manager dot return current user. Oh yeah, player name. Player name, perfect. All right, so let's see. Access user data. So let's just see if we load it successfully. Let's see if we can go through these prompts. So if I go to create user, I enter in my name, I hit that. Let's go. Let's give it a whirl. So create user, enter my name. Why can't I fucking touch it? Editable is on. Oh, I guess I should make everything a child of the panel. You know, I don't want to do that. Let's just get rid of the panel. I think the panel's on top of everything, blocking my input. Or can I just put it behind it? You know, I should know, but I don't. So let's try that again. Create user. Oh, there we go. Now I can type it in. John. And we'll accept. And I think I forgot to change the scene. So let's go back here and we'll say grab this after the new user is created and all that good shit. We'll go to users page. There we go. All right, let's try that again. Create user. John. Accept. Return current user in base non-existent function. Oh, that's because it's called get. And we'll run that again. Create user. John. accept. Get current user, what? Alright, game manager. Well, I think we should call it current. Even though the naming convention is different, it just feels better. So, run that one more time. Create user. John. Accept. Alright, there we go. And you can see that we printed out our little thing down here. Wowee. Really moving up in the world. Okay. So, I guess now that we have that done, we should figure out how we're going to let's get a CSV loaded in, or yeah, let's go to our choose user panel and make a page for that. So we'll say user interface, we're gonna do our trusty little panel, and then we're gonna do a probably a label. Yeah. Sorry, someone's saying the volume is low, but I don't really know how to fucking change it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. So we got our panel. We're gonna make it the full rect, and then what am I trying to do here? So we're going to create another, I guess, a list. Okay, so we're making the item list, and we're gonna place that in the middle of the screen if it wants to cooperate, which it has chosen not to. So we bring it on over, and I'm going to put a label up top here, and that label is going to say player data. And then put the player data right there, and I guess we'll have to change this to select user, and then we'll add a sorry, wrong button. We want to add a script. Select user. Get rid of the process. I'm going to get rid of this. And what we're man, what are we doing? So we need to access the users. We need to see all the files that we have. Let's go back to ChatGPT. How can I get all the files in a folder with Godot 4? Okay, so we have our path. Get files in the folder. Okay. So I guess let me just write some little notes for myself. We're going to say get user name, the username that we want from the game manager, game manager, and then we will take the name that we get and we will search for, oh wait, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to just go through folder, list the player data save. So we'll just check the naming convention, and if it has the this naming convention, then we will bring it in. So we'll make a let me go ahead and save this as the select user panel, and we're going to say let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, so I am on the, no, I'm in the wrong one. I need to be in the select user. There we go. Okay. All right, so select user. Fuck, I needed that comment in here. Okay, go through folder, Control X, Control V. Let's go back to here. We'll grab this right here. And Control C. Bring it on back. Control V. And then we'll do the good old get rid of all the spaces. Damn. All right, let's fucking piece of shit. All right. So I need to say func get dem files, and there. And so then folder path is not found, so we're going to say var folder path, and that is just going to equal, I think, let me just grab it from here, user. Control C, and then we'll Control V there. And we need to get them files. Folder path not declared. Oh yeah, I guess it wouldn't be. Oh, shit. Var files. Let's call this dem. Let's get them files. Okay, let's give that a shot. And then if we print dem files, so that should just check everything in the folder, right? Current dir access. So let's actually look up, what is it called? dir access. Hmm. Okay, let's try that. We'll just copy and paste that. And if that doesn't work, we'll find someone else to rip off. What the fuck? All right, let's see if we selected just the right shit. Fuck. All right. All right. So let's just get rid of that. And we'll say dir contents, and I guess it's, what do we say it was? Just user. Let's see what you come up with, Godot. Hopefully something good. And I can get rid of that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so file found, data, John, file.txt, logs, shader, cache. Okay. So, it's going good. Going real good. What do we need to do again? Go through folder, list the player data saves. So, if dir control backspace should be faster than this. Okay, yeah, I'll try that. Okay, shit, I totally lost my train of thought. So we really don't need the directories. Okay, so if, can we do this? Can we say if data in file name then we want to return that file name, right? So we'll just make a variable up here. We'll say var player data list, and we'll just make a little list right there. And every time we got a file name with data in it, we want to append to that list. So we'll say player data list dot append, and we'll say file name. And what I'm going to do here, I think I can just put a pass because I really don't want to print everything every time. And I'll leave that in for now. And then at the end, down here, we want to print the player data list. And let's give that a go. So let's make a few more. Let's go back to our create user. Let's go from the start screen. We're going to call this, man, what's a good name? Damn, I can't think of anything funny. We're just going to call it John2. And then we're going to say accept. And I think that's as far as we can go. Then if we exit out and we go to users page and we run that, oh, select user. We run that. Now we have 2 files. Count them. 1, and 2. So, fuck. What are we gonna do now? Now that we have the files, we want to so we can create users. I'm just thinking this through. We can create our users. We can we need to populate the choose users. So select user. We'll go back to our script, and then we need to, we'll put a function down here, populate user panel, and we'll pass in the player data list. So then we'll grab that. Yeah, I know it's not a function. I'm about to make it. Fucker. And we'll pop that in right there. And then, hold on, I gotta get some coffee. Okay, so yeah, now that I've completely lost my train of thought, we're going to say player list, and the only thing I really know how to do is loop through things, so we're going to loop through them and populate that panel for player in player list. And then we're going to say we need to get, we'll just do it up here. We'll do an onReady var, and that onReady var is going to access our item list. I'm going to call it IL. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to call it item list. And we'll say equals panel item list. So, I don't know what the fuck just happened there. Yeah, so, okay, no. There we go. Okay, and now we'll say item list dot add item, and we need a string, I guess. So we'll say player, and then icon. Can we say non? I think we can say null. Selectable, true. So let's give that a go. Bam, look at that. So we can select them, and then we'll go to our item list, we'll go to our node and item clicked. We'll say connect it to here, and we just need to so how do I get, let's go to our item list real quick. Can I like get by, yeah, get item at position, perfect. So we'll copy that, and we'll say get item at position, index, and then we'll print that. Oh, I think we need to say item list. What do you mean item list? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's got no spacer. So, let's try this. Get item cannot convert one argument from int to vector2. What if I say at position? What does that even return? That seems like it would return... Hmm. Shit. Let's go back up. Where was that signal? Signals. At position vector 2. So, okay, so yeah, it's the position. That's... Yeah, great naming convention. Yeah. I don't know why that's so weird to me. Okay. Uh, so it just prints 1 and 0. Var use strang equals and I'm going to hide that. Going to hide that because I don't want to print anything else. Huh. I thought it would print the oh yeah, I guess it is. So how do I access the okay, so yeah, I think I can do item list get item at position. So we'll say item list. We'll say use int, and I guess we already have the int because that would be the index. So all we need to really do is say item list, and it just had it here. Shit, where was I at? Okay, yeah. So if I go to item list, Spectre, and then it should be, I just access it by saying item dash 01 item let's just try this. Item 01 slash dot text. I don't think this is going to work, but let's, yeah. Let's ask ChatGPT. How would I get the information inside a item list in Godot 4? Hmm. So get item text. Oh man, all I'm trying to do, right, is get the name of whatever I clicked on here. So let's just add in. Okay, I just had that one. I need to item list. Why is it so fucking difficult? Get item text. All right. Okay, and you pass in the index. Awesome. So item list dot get item text, and then we'll pass in our index. I think this is what I want. And we'll say var item text equals, and then we'll say print item text. There we go. Okay, so now we have the file that we clicked on in the item list. We need to now add an accept button. So we'll say button, and we'll add, actually we need to add a back button too. So we'll add another button. I could just hit Control D, but we'll say back button. And then we're going to say accept button. And we'll say accept, and down here we'll say back, and then we can of course hook them up. So we're hooking up the back, and then we hook up the accept. Pressed. Why can I not connect it? What the fuck? Panel. Let's add a button. And then I go to press. And then okay, let's change it. Fucking accept. Inspector text. Accept. Node. Pressed. Connect. Yes. So, good. We're rocking and rolling. On back button pressed, I already coded that. We just need to figure out where it was. Yeah, there we go. We can save that and bring it into this function. Oh yeah, thank you for saying you liked the tutorial. Yeah, I put a lot of work into that one, but it really kind of fell apart at the end. I got a new job, and then that new job fell through, so it's kind of like throwing shit at the wall at that point. Um, yeah, let's see. Uh, so on the accept button press, now we actually go to the main game page. Well, no, we would go to the users page. Yeah, this would be when we load the users page after we select it. So the accept button goes over here. The back button goes on the left, and then we can save it on accept press, we need to move to the user page. So we'll pretty much be copying create user. I just want to grab the update active user. We need to, oh shit. I'm going to save that, and then when we select our user, we need to do that as well. And we're going to get that item text. So let me go ahead and make an onReady var, and we'll call this active user, and once that item list is checked, we're going to say active user equals item text. And yeah, that's fine for now. Actually, can we strip stuff? I forgot what string functions we have available to us. Erase, that might be what we want. I'm gonna basically get rid of everything but the name. We could use replace and replace it with something empty. So let's actually do that, because yeah. So we're going to go to dot replace, and fucking just one on this side, one on that side, and let's go back to it. Replace. All right, so what is replace, and then we replace it with. So we want to replace, I think it's data, and we want to replace it with nothing. And then we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to say, let's take a look at what's file. So, and we'll get rid of file. Am I being stupid about this? Do we even need to do this? So now that I got the name, yeah, why don't we just pass in the file name? There's no reason to. Yeah. Username not declared. Of course not. It's got to be active user. Oh, okay, yeah, that's why we're doing it. Let's go back to that game manager. And then let's check what format is this in. So when we get current user, okay, yeah, so we just want the name. So let's go back to our game manager, and we just want the player's name, not the, we just want the player's name, not the file name. You fuck. So, and let's go ahead and do that then. So select user, and we do need to do this, and let's just print the item text then. Actually, we'll print the active user, and we'll see what that comes up with, and we'll just have that do nothing for right now. I'm getting a call, but it's getting ignored. So let's try it. So If I get rid of this, I'm going to try it again. There we go. Hell yeah, fuck yeah, I feel like losing it. Let's try that. Man, look at that. We gotta get rid of the fucking... one more time. And, dot txt. Actually, we could just put this in here, right? Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. John 2. So we're going to just leave a comment on the create user page, caps lock. Do not allow user to create same name files. Super duper important. All right, just so that we don't do that, but I probably will forget about it. That's normally just how it goes. So now we can update active user, and we can pass in the active user. And let's add a little failsafe here. I know it's generally not good to add, fail-safes to your code and, safeguard it against crashing, but we're going to do it just this one time. And that is if active user, then we'll do it, and then we'll say else. Hassle. Yo, Hassle. Print, we ain't got no active user. So let's try that. If I'm here, I hit accept, we ain't got none. And then I go here, and I hit accept, and then we updated, but we didn't change the scenes. So now we need to do this, and we will then change to res. We need users page. So let's give that a go. We click on John file 2, we accept, we're here, and we have our fake shit deck list. So that's all going pretty good. Do I think Unreal Engine or Godot is better for a noob to do 3D? I think if you're new to everything, I think Godot is definitely going to be a lot more fun for you than Unreal. I don't really know much about Unreal. I tried coding it once, but it's like coded in all C, and it's going to look a lot more complicated than this. I would definitely recommend starting with Godot. I mean, whichever one you choose, you really can't go wrong. It's just like, it's a fun hobby. So, but yeah, I prefer to do all the easy shit, so I like to do Godot. So, what am I doing now? And why do people keep fucking calling me? Telemarketers. Alright, so create user, choose user, delete user, and exit game. We really only have the create user, choose users that do anything yet. So we change to the user's page. Yeah, so we're just going to yeah, so we got the users page. Let's see. Okay. Exit game. How do I exit the game? Isn't it quit? Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if that works. There we go. Okay. Nice. So we should probably figure out how these decks are going to work. So my idea would be that someone could import a CSV, and I have a CSV that I'm going to grab. Let me do it this way. We'll say file new. I don't need that. And then we're going to go back to ChatGPT. Up here I had basically a big CSV. Can you generate a list of networking terms and definitions? The term in one column, the definition in the second column, CSV format. It did that. So I'm going to grab all of this. I'm going to put it into a notepad and then control save, and we're going to put that into flashcard generator. And I'm just going to call this CSVs. We'll call it stock CSVs. And so I'm actually going to save it as a TXT, even though it technically is a CSV. And what are we going to call it? Let's call it networking terms. So I can file new. I just needed to save that there. And then we can go back to Godot. And we have this stock CSV here. And we need to write some more code to bring it in. Let's do it like this. So on the users page, on the 2D, when we create deck, we're going to add a little label here. And that label will say, enter, oh, what am I doing? Click on it, go to the inspector, enter CSV, file path. And what I'm actually going to do is come down here and say the placeholder text, and I'm going to put that as the copy path. Put that path in there, and then what do we call it? Networking terms.txt. So we're just going to go ahead and place that in there, and that way I can just hit create deck, and it will try with that. So let's go back, and we're going to create an onReady var. Yeah, I pretty much use ChatGPT for like whenever I don't want to do something, or I just don't want to be like I probably could write this out and all that myself, but it's like fuck it, dude, we got ChatGPT to do it for you. Not that I don't know how to code, but like I'm not as good as artificial intelligence for real. So what are we trying to do? Shit, I completely forgot what we were doing. So we need to, putting the CSV in. So line edit. Let's go line. Let's do some lines. Line edit. And then access user data. We're on the users page. Let's say func create deck, and we'll say line, yeah, panel.line edit. Oh shit. Damn. There we go. Line edit dot text is going to be a file path, and we're going to say var file path equals line edit dot text. That's probably the most backwards ass way of writing that line that could have possibly happened, but it happened. So I need to get some more coffee. All right, so now we're back. Fuck, what am I doing? All right, so we have the file path. Let me just take a look. So I want to bring in that file and then make cards from it. So we have to get it in first. And I actually had a YouTube video on importing CSVs. Importing CSVs in Godot. Yeah, so I made this one, and let me. Yeah, so I have. Yeah, so I fucking had to update it, but yeah, this is the way you want to do it right here. You're gonna copy this because it changed from what my video said. So then we'll go into here, and this is for importing CSVs. So let's fucking. I'm pretty sure this worked. I went through it last night. I just can't remember how it turned out. And yeah. Oh, I can get rid of that. And get rid of that. And import resource data, and we'll just pass in the file path, and then I'm going to say file path, and of course we'll change that to file path. Wowie. Okay, let's try that. So I think I need to go to the select users page. We'll go to John. We'll say accept, create deck. We'll hit it again. Looks like we didn't print anything. Let's print. We are getting to this function. And we'll do it again. Oh, that's right, I won't have it. So we need to go back to the select user. And I'll press John. We'll say accept. We've loaded our shit. We then say create deck. And nothing's happening. So, oh, maybe I didn't even. Yeah, I'm in the wrong fucking thing here, aren't I? users page, create deck, press, connect. Damn. Yeah, there we go. That would explain it. So then we're going to say create deck. Okay, let's try that again. So we're on the select user. We'll select good old John. We'll say create deck and null instance on a null instance. So our file path was not good. Do we print our file path? Let's do that. And we'll say here is file path. Will this have the same ability to customize one's own flashcards? Probably not. It's probably going to be pretty bare bones. But I mean, you could. I'll probably put the project up for free and people can make it their own. So yeah, I guess you could. So null instance, I'm not passing in a file path, or my file path is wrong. So we're just going to run it again, and I want to see what my path would be. So we'll select that user, accept, we'll create a deck, go to our output. Here is file path is nothing. So I guess, you know what? I guess when we get the text on, sorry, all these fucking user pages are confusing, but when we get the text from this, I guess it doesn't count if you just have the placeholder. So let me try putting this value in the text box, and we'll see what happens then. Okay, yeah, select user, rerun the damn thing, select John, accept, and then we'll say create deck, null instance on a null instance, stock CSV, open in file manager. This folder is empty. Let's go new. Sorry, let me put that on the screen so you can actually see it. So yeah, it says this folder is empty. I thought for sure I put a text document in there, but we'll call this terms. Internet terms. Big I internet terms. And then we'll go back to our sensei over here, ChatGPT, and copy his words of wisdom. Let me close that one. Go to click this one, and then we'll save. Close it, and actually open that back up, and we will copy the path of that, and we'll put that in our line edit and smoke it. What do you think about that? We're going to grab this line edit and save Varuni, and then let's give that a try. Select user, accept, create deck. There we fucking go. So we have all the lines in there, and we can go through them. So I am probably going to take a quick break, probably like 10 minutes or whatever, and get some food and shit. So how do I edit the text? There we go. There we go. All right. Be back in a few minutes. All right. So yeah, I guess I'm back. Let's get rid of that. So we have our CSV coming on in. And why did I decide to make this? I guess just to keep my Godot skills sharp, and then maybe I might like continue on with this and make some type of little educational game, and sell it on, I don't know, whatever. I like to make educational shit for, for cheap or for free. I like to learn. So, what are we doing? Users page. So we create the deck, and so what we should do is from our stock CSVs, we should, yeah, we should go ahead and populate this list from our stock CSVs. So I'm going to get a few more lists going. Let's do one for programming terms. Yeah. I see all those fucking videos for like, make $3 million a day with Chat GPT, and they're doing some like retarded thing like this, and you think like, is anybody actually making money doing that, or are they just harassing everyone on the internet? And it's probably a combination of both. Because I get like shit on my website where it's like auto-generated nonsense, just like spamming my fucking inbox. All right, so we'll go here, open in File Manager, new text document. We'll call this programming terms, and then double click to open it, and we'll save that right on in there. And that seems pretty good. So yeah, but I mean, if I could, one thing I could do is if I could hook this up with like questions, I could go to ChatGPT and be like, oh, give me 500 questions for the CompTIA, and then I'd throw them into here, and then that would be like a nice way people could study for the CompTIA and shit like that, and it'd be, you know, free or whatever. So I want to populate this with the. Oh, let me move this. I want to populate that with the stock CSVs. So let's just add a function to, um, let's say import stock, stock CSVs. And I guess we'll, so we already know we went from when we select a user, we need to loop through all the things. So we need to do that again. We'll just copy this whole function. Um, Copy this whole function, except for that bottom part. Control C. I think we're back in the user page, and we'll say pass right here for now. I'll paste that in. So now we can get all the files in the folder, and we're going to, and we return them, right? Let's not call that player data list. Let's call that stocked CSV list. And yeah, we'll just change that. It makes a little more sense. Stocked CSV list. And then at the very end, we'll return it. Return stocked CSV list. Nice. So we're going to say CSV list equals dir contents, and then I think we'll eventually have to use, I don't know, for now we're going to leave it where it is, but I think we might have to use, like, move that into the user instead of the res, but for right now it should be fine. I honestly just don't feel like fucking with it too much tonight. Probably go till about 8:30 and then I'll code the rest tomorrow. So yeah, we just pass in the dir. We got the var. We got the vars. We got the dars. So then we will print the CSV list. And actually, we don't want to do that. We already, if I go to select user, populate, yeah, we'll just copy that. Control C and Control V, and we'll say populate deck panel. And we're going to pass in deck list. Not player, for deck. And then item list. Don't we have an item list? I guess not. So at on ready var item list equals, and what are we gonna do? Oh yeah, item list. That's right, because we got a little underscore. So we're gonna add in deck, null and true. Okay, so yeah, no texture and selectable is true. So let's see what happens. We need to call that though. Populate deck panel. CSV list. So let's go to select user. We got to start from there. We run it. We grab John. We accept. We create a deck, but we did not update here. Let's go ahead and get rid of those listings because they might. Let's go to user page item list, and we'll get rid of it. Get rid of it. And then maybe we're not calling that function. Let me take a look. So, oh yeah, that's right. It should be happening like once we enter this scene. So we got to put it in the on ready. Yeah, create decks, and we'll create deck. Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? So, import stock CSVs. This is the function I want to call. We'll just yeah, select user. What? We didn't get any. Go to the users page. Print CSV list. So let's go to our dir contents, and oh, that's right, I have this line. So of course they wouldn't be added. Bam, look at that. Problem solving. So now let's give that another go. Accept, and then there they are. So they do nothing when you click on them, but that's to be expected. So now we need to actually make the card class. Or not class, because I can't do object-oriented programming. I've never been like big into that dumb shit. I just do whatever comes naturally. All right, so let's I guess we'll make another one, and this will be card display. And we'll add a panel. 2D, And I think we're going to make the panel, surprise, the whole fucking thing. And then we'll make, this will be main panel. Main panel. And we'll do two separate panels inside of that. I'm going to do a panel, Control D, another panel, and we'll call this one buttons, and we'll call this one card. And the buttons are going to be on the right. And let's make the buttons a little bigger. And we'll make the card a little bigger. So this will be where the card appears. And you know what, for now, I think what I'm going to do is just add text here. Just throw in a label. Here is the question. And this will be question. Or I guess term. Term. Yeah, because these are more definitions to start with, and then I'll add questions later. So, yeah, so this will be a term, and you basically would say you would think to yourself, oh, what does this term mean? Do I know the definition? And then you would say yes or no over here, and it would record your score. So let's go ahead and add some buttons, and I'll expand on it more, and we'll probably add more functionality and make it, fun, but basically right now we just need to choose like yes, no, record the score. So this button will be, well, I guess we'll do a reveal definition. We won't worry too much about score. We'll just worry about getting this shit on here for tonight. So reveal definition, we'll put that up here. Maybe we'll add another button, and we'll call this, I don't know. We don't even need that. Fuck that guy. That guy never did anything good for us anyway. We'll call this the reveal button. And what do we want to do is create a script. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of plot this out. So we want to get the deck that we are on, and then go through the questions. Perfect. Wonderful. So we'll say get deck. And so we'll have to go back to our game manager, and we'll say game manager dot get active deck. And that of course means we're going to have to add this function into our game manager script. What did I just do? Control C. There we go. Game manager. Let's funk it up. Throw that in there. And then we will throw that. We need to make another one of these. Current deck. And then we're just going to say return current deck. And then of course we need to make something close to this. So we'll throw that over there. And then we'll say deck. And what a surprise, we're going to put deck in here. Wowee. Yeah, so we need to save that as well. It's looking good. Okay, so update active deck. We'll get rid of that. And we'll grab update active deck. We need to Control C, go back to the users page. And when we, oh damn, I don't think we coded that yet. Let me just paste a Rooney that right there. So now what we need to do, we'll go to our panel, 2D. So once we have the deck, we'll put another button on here. And this button will say do deck. Just do a little deck. And perfect. We need to capitalize that D. Perfect. Then we'll go back. Well, we need to say node, button, press, connect, users page, and when we want to go view the deck, we obviously have to move to the thing. So I forgot how to do that because I forget how to do it every time. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste because that's the way it goes. These rock and roll shows. Okay, so we have that. What do we want to change to? We want to change to card display. Awesome. So we also need to update that's right, we need to update the active deck, but we need to get whatever we need an active item list. So at onReady at onReady var and active deck. So we need to go to our item list, inspector, and actually node, item clicked, connect, and what did we do for this one? Basically going to copy and paste. And then we go back, item list. I thought I did have item list. Oh. And active deck. And I don't think we need to replace anything. No, we're just going to pass in the straight up file name. So active deck equals, sorry, we'll just get rid of that entirely. Control X, Control V, give it a tab. All right, that ought to work, and then we have to update the active thing. So we'll say game manager dot update active deck, and we'll pass in the active deck. So now On view deck pressed, we go to card display, and in card display, we get our active deck from our game manager. So we say var active deck equals, and I'm actually going to make that an on ready. Well, no, I don't think we need to. There'd be no reason for us to access it outside of the ready because it's going to bring in all the information, right? So let me just write a little active deck is the file name. So then we want to go through that CSV. So where did I write that code to look in the deck? Import stock CSV. Oh, it's right here. Pretty sure, yeah. Control C, we'll go to card display. Throw that in there. Let's, I think, where did example dict? Okay, yeah, we're just going to copy again. At the risk of thinking for myself. Yeah, then we'll print it. As far as like learning to code and everything, for like the basics and stuff, I normally went to like websites that had like little exercises and shit. I mean, there's a ton of them, and I would like learn Python and stuff that way. But yeah, with Godot, I would recommend just doing like a bunch of tutorials until you feel comfortable doing stuff on your own. And then it does get funner. Like it gets really boring in the beginning, but it gets a lot more fun when you can like do whatever the hell you want. So, let's see, what else am I trying to do? So, yeah, all this should work. Let's go to our select user. Let me, on the users page, I want to not print this, and I don't think I want to do that at all because I'm not importing anything. Yeah, okay. Select user, John. We'll do internet terms and do deck. Select user, user page. Let's get out of no distraction mode, go back to 2D. Do I go to do deck? Oh, of course. Where is view deck? Where are you? Oh, good, yeah. There we go. And we'll put this guy, we'll get rid of this worthless piece of shit. And we'll put our sparkling little angel right here. Give it a save. And let's see what happens. Accept internet terms, view deck. Nice. And did we print out? So if I go to my card display and I go to script, so we get the active deck, but we don't do anything with it. So import resource data, and we know the first part is res, and then it's what, stock. We can just copy that path, plug it in, and import resource data, and then we'll add plus and active deck. Wowee. And then we can run it. So let's just do it. select user. John, accept. Internet terms, view the deck. All right, so now we have all the terms. Yeah, so when we go to card display, what other buttons are we going to need? We're going to need a reveal. We're going to need a... Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it's going pretty good. I haven't fucked anything up too bad. And then we need more buttons, because buttons are based. We got buttons. We need... It helps when I actually look at the shit. So we're going to need one for reveal. And then we'll say this one will be next card. And then the term, and let's just add Control D, and we'll say actual term text. So we'll pull that down, and we'll just say text for right now, and we're going to populate this with the definition, I think. Yeah. So that'll work for now. Let's kind of get the code going. No. Okay, so I'm just walking through this in my head. We bring it in, we should load the first term, and we should load nothing down here. So import resources, and we print the example dict, but we should probably be returning it. Yeah. Return example dict, and we don't need this guy because he'll never run anyway. And then we can put this in a var, and we'll say term list equals, and then term dict, and then let's look at what we have here. So yeah, actually that's not too bad. So we can just say let's say func start. It's a good way to put this. So we're basically making the first card. Let's just say initiate cards. So we have, we're going to say for terms in term dict, and we're going to pass in term dict, and then we're going to run this from here, initiate cards, and it'll be term dict. For terms in term dict. What is the problem? For terms in term dict, and we will then say, well, I guess we don't really want to do that, right? Well, we could put them all in a simple list, I guess. But no, that's not really what we're trying to do. Let's just make a counter. Var, onReady var, at onReady var counter equals 0. And when we press the next card, we're going to say node press connect card display. Yeah. get out of here. I don't need you. Let's say pass for right now. On next card pressed, we're going to say counter plus equals 1. And then we'll base whatever is being displayed on the screen on our counter. So we still need to initiate the card, so we'll just load up the first one. So the term dict, and we're going to say, do we have we need a reference to that. So at onReady var term label equals there we go, term. Okay, and so initiate cards, term dict. We're going to say term label dot text is equal to term dict, and I think it should be 0 and 0. I don't know if the dictionary is I'm pretty sure that's an int because there's no quotation marks around it. So we get the first position in the dictionary and then the first position in the list that is the value. Right? Yeah. I believe so. And we're actually going to put that on the second one. And you know what? Can't we just do this? Can't we just say counter? I mean, this isn't very safe, but you know, whatever. Yeah, let's fucking try it. Well, then we should call this update cards. Ups to date, update cards. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's select user. Accept. Internet terms. View deck. Next card. It doesn't work. Probably because we didn't call those functions. Card display. Update cards. Term dict. Let's print. Yeah, and then on that press we'll say print. We are adding to counter. Let's try that again. Select user. View deck. Next card. Next card. It doesn't work. We are adding to the counter. Oh, that's right. I know what's going on, so I need to put update cards down there. Look at that. What? Oh, shit. Yeah, you know what we'll do? onReady var can't we just do this. Does that work? Ah, shit, I can't do that. I guess I could do this. Put him up there. Put you right there. I gotta get rid of this line. Yeah. No, I should still call that initiate. Thought I was being smart, but I was actually being pretty dumb. Initiate cards. And we'll just hard code that at 0. And then we'll basically take this, Control C, Control V, and I meant to hard code this at 0. And then when we update the cards, we don't need, actually we don't need a term dict at all. Going in, because we can just call it update cards counter, and let's not print this and not print that, and let's give that a try. We go programming terms, view deck, term, next card, algorithm, array, bug, class, compiler, function, inheritance, instance. Cool, that's working. Now we have to make the definitions revealable. So, all right, let's try some shit. So, go back to 2D, card display, reveal definition. Let's press connect to card display, and then we'll say reveal definition. And we'll say func. Well, you know what we should do? I don't know why I'm doing that. It's already gonna. Let's just say update card. I'm gonna grab this, and then we're just gonna do that. And instead of term label, we'll do an onReady var, and it'll be actual. We'll just call it term definition. Term definition equals get node actual term text, and let's rename that to definition. That's going to be way easier. Definition. All right, so now yeah, and then if we press the next card, we also have to we'll say term label.text. We're going to say Control C, and we'll say term label.text equals hidden. All right. Let's go and give it a try. Next card, hidden. What? Oh man. What did I call that? Term definition. Control C. Bring it on down. Control V. Control V. Yeah. Rockaroony. Yeah, there we go. Array. A collection of elements identified by index or key. Hidden. A bug. An error. Flaw. Damn, that's pretty fucking funny. I'm actually going to take a little screen cap of that because it is a bug. Wowee. All right, so we'll exit out. I think we need to go to our label and say, uh, displayed text. Where's the one that makes it wrap? Auto wrap. Yeah. So let's try it now. Oh shit. Am I even on the wrong? I'm on the wrong fucking thing. Card display definition. Oh, whatever. Let's try that again. Select user. Definition. Next card. Algorithm. Hidden. Step by step. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I think that's a pretty good place to end it for tonight, and I'll be back on maybe tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday to keep coding on this thing. So, yeah, I guess I'll stick around for a minute, but I probably won't talk much. I'm gonna grab some fucking coffee. All right. Well, thanks everyone for showing up. My cat came to say goodbye. But yeah, there'll be another stream tomorrow. I'm gonna do more coding on this thing, and I'll probably release these as like videos with everything like all edited up, so that people don't have to listen to all the dumb bullshit. But I try and go as fast as possible. So everybody have a good night. Later, I'm gonna go play Fallout 2.